Say his name. Garrett Foster. 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 Garrett Foster. Garrett Foster. Say his name. Garrett Foster. Say his name. Garrett Foster. Release that footage. 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 Release that footage.
Hey guys, so we were outside this building on the corner of where the tragedy happened with Garrett Foster Friday night. We are at the intersection of Congress and 4th Street, and by the chance it sounds like they're asking for the owner of this building or someone in this building, I'm not sure, we'll ask the property manager, I just heard, to release the footage that the building security cameras might have captured of the event. So that's that, guys. We'll get right back to it.
Release the footage! 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 Say his name! Garrett Foster! 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 Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Black Lives Matter! 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 Release the footage! 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 Give me a B! B, I got your B, I got your B! Give me an L! L, I got your L, I got your L! Give me an M! M, I got your M, I got your M! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! Give me a B! B, I got your B, I got your B! Give me an L! L, I got your L, I got your L! Give me an M! M, I got your M, I got your M! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! B! B, I got your B, I got your B! Give me an L! L, I got your L, I got your L! Give me an M! M, I got your M, I got your M! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! What does that spell? Black Lives Matter! Release the footage!
Yes.
Release the footage! 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 Release the footage!
So, what's up?
Release the footage!
So, what are you wearing?
Police radio, radio for communications with more protesters. I've been passing out radios to people to make sure that communication lines are kept during larger protests. So I've been wanting people to get, what is it called, VHF compatible radios, so that we can actually communicate between each other if it gets big enough.
Yeah, okay, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
How do you think that'll impact the protests?
well, let's put it this way. If I know that if the police are transmitting on clear channels, I know where they're going to be at any point in time.
Yeah.
And then I can relay that over to the protesters.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I do, basically.
All right, cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate the words and your willingness to speak.
Yeah.
Black lives matter. 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 I'm sorry. Black lives matter. 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 Release the footage. 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 Release the footage.
All right, guys, for those of you just tuning in at this moment, we are on 4th Street and Congress. This is the intersection where the tragedy in Austin on Friday night took place, which ended in the death of Garrett Foster. We're gonna go see his memorial real quick. There's a protest outside of the bank right across the street in this intersection, demanding that there be a release of the footage that the security cameras outside the building may have captured of the event. So I'm gonna point the camera at the bank and the protesters, and then we're gonna walk promptly afterwards to go look at the memorial that was set up for Garrett Foster, which, by the way, has been defaced twice by the same individual who live streamed him defacing the monument twice. One by spilling paint and another one by running over it with his bike, which I think angered a lot of people here. It was definitely, to say the least, a very impactful way to make a statement. Oh, guys, and a little bit about the details of the case. What I do know is that APD did assert that neither of the gunshots or none of the gunshots came out of Garrett's weapon. We're still not. Again, there's a lot of rumors going around, and I think that the facts of the case are still yet to be unraveled. So, you know, I wouldn't really want to engage in a conversation about that until we know exactly what happened. Either way, I think the fact still stands that anybody losing their life is tragic. And I definitely had built a personal connection and a fondness to Garrett and his wife. You know, beyond politics and everything, guys, I love everyone, and it pains me to see this kind of tragedy take place. Hi, guys.
Hey, I'm David.
Hi, David. How's it going?
It's going great. I have stuff for you.
To you. That's awesome.
I'll let you do what you need to do first.
Here, I'll keep an eye on it while you get your stuff. Here.
All right. Yeah, so I've got... Yeah. And what I would say is that what I would say is don't do this, still need it, you can pass it on.
Hey guys, Joanna here. I don't know if you can hear me, but what's up?
Wanted to say that in Portland, they had friends in Portland. So I got two. I said, you can do one,
Just wanted to show you guys my sign dedicated to the man himself, the man who gave his life for all of his friends. My sign.
Let's get this shine on it. See it's sparkling.
Can you see the entire sign? I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Murphy. Hey, it was nice meeting you guys. I'm sure. Are you guys gonna be out Saturday? You guys
Hi in
gonna be out
response.
Saturday?
And thank you.
When the big groups get together at APD. Okay. Yeah. What time? It's 7 o'clock.
I'm gonna record me. Guys, so somebody decided it would help me with the vest, and that's what I've been doing the last like 2 minutes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What type of vest is it?
Just trying to find and explore the different options so that I can be safer while I'm out here.
What type of vest is it? Is it
Uh,
Kevlar? Or is it?
I actually don't know. And the rest of the story, and I've sent you the message, but my daughter collected these in donations at the beginning of the protest from other people who wanted to support protesters.
I see.
So,
Whichever one you don't want. I need one.
What's up?
well, I'm gonna hold on to one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do need one.
Yeah. No, it's definitely those times.
I
where-
think. Oh, I'm so confused.
Everything.
And one of the craziest part about all of it, she doesn't even have any idea her boyfriend's been cheating on her.
I'm not gonna pay for that. Yeah. She should pay for it. He's got the money.
Are you afraid that she's going to be the next president of the United States? What would that mean? What does that mean for me?
No, the message is taken away by the crazy people that was in there. She is not a Democrat. He's just himself. His evil self. Her evil self.
Because I want to take something New York away from you. Have it upgrade.
Oh, all right, guys. Sorry about that little pause. Just again, hi. Trying to make sure that I'm keeping myself safe. You know, from there's always a risk being out here, right? That something could go wrong. So there's nothing wrong in being safe, rather than later on being sorry for not being safe. So you guys wanted to say something on camera, right?
Yes. So.
All right. So go ahead. You can speak. Hang on.
So the bank across the street from 4th and Congress, which is where Garrett was murdered, has two 360 cameras, and they're refusing to release the footage. And why are they doing that?
They're refusing to release the footage because, I don't know.
Well, okay, it's because they released the shooter, so there's no subpoena. And since the bank hasn't been given a subpoena, they're refusing to release it. So what I think would really help is if during the bank's business hours, you guys gave them a call at 512-473-4343.
That's not somebody's personal number.
No, it's Frost
It's the
Bank.
bank number.
Okay, it's the bank number. Okay.
Yeah,
Frost Bank's number.
it's the bank's number.
So if you could make a call, all you have to say is we demand that you release the footage of Saturday night.
Yeah.
That would be immensely helpful.
Yeah, and all you have to do is Google Frost Bank Austin and you'll find the number. But it's just the bank's number. You're not calling anyone, so you won't get in trouble. But it will be really helpful. So thank you. Thanks, Hiram.
Again, we could all appreciate more evidence in this case. The memorial has grown a lot since the last time that we were here. There's significantly more candles. Looks like the white paint was cleaned from earlier, and there's a lot of flowers here.
Hey, guy.
So right here is the intersection where Garrett Foster was shot. It's on 4th and on Congress. Again, the memorial itself has been defaced twice by somebody on TikTok who is, I don't know exactly what his beliefs is, and I don't want to speak on his behalf, but he seems not to really like the memorial being there, and He ran over it with a bicycle and also covered it in paint. Again, the memorial is off the street. It's on a bench right across from the spot where he passed away. There's a protest on the adjacent corner of the intersection, demanding the release of some footage that this 360 this bank has. They have 360 cameras. I don't know what that means, but they haven't released the footage, supposedly, allegedly. This is just information I'm gathering, because the footage itself has not been subpoenaed by APD.
I got a megaphone right here. Okay, let's go. Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage!
Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Release the footage! Foster! Garrett Foster! Garrett Foster! Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Give me a B! B, I got your B, I got your B. Give me an L. L, I got your L, I got your L. Give me an M. M, I got your M, I got your M. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. Give me a B. B, I got your B, I got your B. Give me an L. L, I got your L, I got your L. Give me an M. M, I got your M, I got your M. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. 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 Say his name. Garrett Foster. 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 Say his name.
There's Noah, the guy in the white shirt, who was arrested at the same time that I was. That was Friday night, a week ago exactly, before the shooting of Garrett Foster. The footage of my arrest is available on my page, but at this moment, I don't believe I want to comment just yet, but it looks like there will be a very immediate resolution to this matter. I'll keep you guys updated on what that resolution is and what's going on with it as soon as I confirm and get the right documentation.
Black Lives Matter. Release the footage. Release the footage. Release the footage. Release the footage. What? Yeah, it's yelling. Release the footage. Release the footage.
Guys, I want to clarify, Garrett, hang on, I took it off because I was getting really sweaty and I'm a little bit away from everyone, so I wanted a little bit of a break. But always wear your mask and sanitize your hands. But APD confirmed that Garrett did not fire his weapon. I mean, I'm not, you know, taking any side, but the fact of the matter is that the people that shot, neither of them was a victim, and both of them have been cooperating with the police department in the investigation. That was a rumor that was spread because people thought they heard two distinctive weapons on the video and started to, you know, make speculations based off of just the sounds of the bullets without actually having any footage or evidence. But so far as the chief of police in Austin, Texas is concerned, it does not appear Garrett's weapon was ever fired in the course of that particular incident. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. I just think that that was an important clarification and a big piece of misinformation that was being shared, regardless of what some of the other facts could be of the case, you know, and the other facts that we still don't know, because I don't know, because I did not witness it directly. I turned around too quickly to observe anything happening. So just letting you guys know.
Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Say his name! Garrett Foster! Garrett Foster! Say his name!
You can find that video on the Austin Police Department Facebook page. They did a live Facebook press conference. You could also find it in the City Council AustinTexas.gov website. I don't know exactly what the website is. People could share it, but where you could see this press conference with the chief of police giving us the details and so far what we know of the case. You know, again, and this is politics aside, guys, this is just going off of what the police department has released, and you know, we're still waiting to learn more. So let's not be too quick to jump to conclusions.
Release the footage! 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 Release the footage!
Do you mind talking on camera, letting us know what the demands are?
Yeah, not at all, man. My voice is almost gone, but
No worries. So what's going on out here, man?
We're trying to put pressure on Frost Bank to get the building owner to release. They have 360 footage on the intersection here, and we're on the northeast side of the intersection. On the southwest is where Garrett's life was taken, fortunately.
So they likely have footage of the incident that took place on Friday night?
Yeah, we had a comrade here that actually works in the building and is like homies with the security guy here. And the security guy confirmed that there is footage. It's just not really within their power to release it. So yeah, we're just trying to put pressure on it. Something that people can do from home that we've been talking a lot about. If you look up the Frost Bank on 4th and Congress, if you look that up in Google.
What city are we in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, in Austin, Texas. I forgot you're like international now, man. Yeah, in Austin, Texas. If you look up on 4th and Congress, there's a Frost Bank. They're opening up at 7:30, I believe. You can get their phone number, and we're just going to try and hit the phone as often as we can. Just kind of keep their line busy all day. Put as much pressure as we can on them. If you're in the city tomorrow at 7:30, we're also going to be meeting up here and trying to put pressure as employees come in and stuff like that. You know, just put as much pressure as we can on them. You know how business people are; they're gonna want to look good. So hopefully we can get the footage released to the public so that we can find out who the terrorist was. So
yeah, okay. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for your words.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you for everything you're doing.
No peace! We're just trying to get everybody on the same page. No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! Racist ass police! No peace! No peace! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! No peace! No peace! No peace! Racist ass police! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Racist ass police! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police!
Those lights.
No peace!
That is not the police. That is an individual's car.
Fuck these racist ass police!
Yeah, I don't know. No clue. But he has his car parked there with some lights.
No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! No peace! No peace! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! Fuck these racist ass police!
Fuck
Fuck Trump!
Go, you fucking pig! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Sorry. That was much better.
Beautiful.
Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha.
Garrett
Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha. Garrett Foster, presente en la lucha.
So right now the protesters are chanting Garrett Foster presente en la lucha, which means present in the fight. For those of you that may not speak Spanish, I'm thinking about doing this stream a little more bilingual. I've been trying, but it's just in the moment I forget to translate everything I say to Spanish. Spanish is my first language because I want to increase the amount of people that could watch this footage and understand what's going on.
Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is full of lies.
Why did Garrett have to die?
APD is
full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? APD full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of lies. Why did Garrett have to die?
So for those of you that don't know, we are at the intersection of 4th and Congress in Austin, Texas. This is the intersection where Garrett unfortunately lost his life. It was right behind me where the shooting occurred. I hid behind that second pillar over there when this was happening and tripped over this concrete barrier here and fell. You could see that in the footage. But let's get an up-close look at the memorial again. There's a lot of people here. I mean, a lot for a Tuesday night. I'd say between 40 to 50 people out between the protest in the area adjacent across the street demanding the camera footage from the bank's 360 cameras and people who are leaving items at the memorial. The memorial was defaced 2 different occasions by the same individual who posted all this footage on TikTok.
Like that one.
You gotta dig this thing out.
Hi guys.
Can I ask you a few questions right now?
Of course. What's up?
You ready for some questions? So, So you're with Family for Justice, right? Tell us about Family for Justice. So she's with the group called Family for Justice. She'll tell you a little bit more about it. This is Shay. She's been out here consistently the last 50 days. And yeah, she could tell us a little bit about what's going on tonight, a little bit about Family for Justice, and a little bit about yourself.
So tonight, originally we were supposed to meet at APD, but then we heard about the whole footage thing. So we came out here to support if we could. Right now we're taking care of the visual and relighting the candles and everything. On Saturday, we had the really big Feed the Homeless drive, and instead of it just putting on just by F4J, we also want to dedicate it to Whitney and Garrett as well. That's going to be at 2 o'clock under the bridge across the street from APD.
And why are you doing this this giant food drive on Saturday?
There's a lot of homeless people out there who need food, water, clothing. They ask for dental supplies, Gatorade, and it was something that Garrett did every Wednesday. And so originally we had just planned to do it already Saturday. So then we just, you know, after we lost Garrett, we decided to do it Saturday.
What did Garrett do every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday he fed the homeless, about 100 homeless people every Wednesday. And so they're gonna keep up with that. They're actually doing something on Wednesday as well, tomorrow, 6:30. And that's gonna be with there's a neighborhood group. I don't know the name right now because my phone's in the car. But that neighborhood group is working with MRB and a couple of other groups. Family for Justice is going to be there.
Who's MRB?
The Mike Ramos Brigade.
And who are they?
They are the ones that have been out here protesting for Mike Ramos's. If you guys haven't seen that tape, those tapes.
Who's Mike Ramos?
Who's Mike Ramos?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Ramos was a guy that was murdered, I guess I could say, by APD. He was shot by APD, and so that happened here in Austin. Oh look, she could tell you more about they want to know more about MRB. Who's MRB? Who's Mike Ramos?
Sure. Like who Mike Ramos Brigade is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of new people on the street.
Okay. Forgot the license. First of all, if someone can bring a megaphone, the people at Frost Bank really need amplified sound. So if anyone is able to come out and you have a megaphone, please bring it to Frost Bank because people need that assistance. But Mike Ramos Brigade is a revolutionary organization that started the night that Mike Ramos died. Activists and community members were out at the scene of the crime agitating against APD because they knew that they were trying to cover up their crimes, and that's what they've been doing this whole time. The release of the body cam footage doesn't really change anything. We already knew that they murdered Mike Ramos, so it didn't tell us much that we didn't already know. But Mike Ramos Brigade wants to organize with the working class people of Austin to combat APD and their violence and racism towards the working class, Black people, Chicanos, immigrants, oppressed people. So yeah, that's our main thing, is just it's using revolutionary politics to reach those goals.
And one last question, how long have you guys been organizing here in Austin, like as a group?
Basically since the night Mike Ramos died, so April 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are just an organization here pushing for correct me if I'm wrong, justice for Mike Ramos.
Yeah.
And cases you feel are similar, right?
Yeah, I mean, our specific demands are that one, Christopher Taylor and Mitchell Piper. Christopher Taylor shot the rifle that killed Michael. Mitchell Piper is the officer that shot the beanbag that frightened Mike and made him go back to his car. We demand that they be fired and arrested. The second demand is that Chief Brian Manley gets fired. He let Christopher Taylor stay on the police force after he murdered another man in July of 2019. So he kept a murder on the police force. He's protecting officers that brutalized protesters over the past 2 months. So he's an enemy of the people as well, and we think the least he deserves is to lose his job. And lastly, we demand an end to the Riverside Togetherness Project, which is a $1 million grant from the federal government that put more cops in the east side It's also in the area where Mike was killed. That entire region has more cops in it under the guise of revitalization, but really it's just an excuse to use cops to over-police the area and brutalize black and brown people, to assist in pushing them out of their homes, to make way for luxury real estate developments, effectively attempting to destroy one of the last affordable places to live in Austin.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know who MRB is. Definitely, because there's a lot more people watching the stream now. They have to retell the story from the beginning. So thank you.
Yeah, if you look us up on Facebook, there's more info.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
On camera, do you mind?
That's fine.
Awesome. So you have your saxophone out here, right?
I do, yes.
And I think I also saw you at the Vanessa Guillen event, right?
Yes, you did.
So can I get a little bit closer to you? Do you mind? Just the camera.
Yeah, right. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So what brings you to want to bring your saxophone out?
I do it anyway. So if I see people, especially a situation like this,
yeah,
you know, if it brings joy, then it's a good thing.
Yeah, and you know what? How long have you been playing the saxophone? First of all,
about 35 years. Long time.
Years.
A lot of years. Yeah.
And what song did you just play?
That was "Ain't No Sunshine" by Bill Withers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one before that was Amazing Grace, right?
Amazing Grace, yes sir. Yeah.
And what's your name?
Bodie.
Bodie,
yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, it's great to meet you, and we really appreciate the music. Do you have any comments for anyone watching?
No, I'm just glad you like it. I mean, I'll play another song. I have to go soon, but I'll play another one if you let me. How about Adele? You guys like Adele? Rolling in the Deep? Is that? I don't know if that's appropriate.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what's appropriate.
I just want to see if you want any like snacks, water.
You got full of water? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know Wayfaring Stranger? I think that would be appropriate.
What is it?
Wayfaring Stranger.
I don't know that. But who's it by?
APD is full of life. Why did Garrett have to die? APD is full of life. Why did Garrett have to die?
All right, guys. For those of you just tuning in, there's some protesters outside of Frost Bank in Austin, Texas, on the intersection of 4th and Congress Streets. They're demanding that Frost Bank release footage that they have from 360 cameras outside their building. That's Frost Bank. That's also adjacent and right across from the memorial for Garrett Foster, and this is the intersection where the unfortunate events took place. Again, Austin, Texas. We'll get right back to it, guys.
Why did Garrett have to die? Release the footage. 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 Release the footage.
Here, just a little water. Thank you for sharing that.
He is the best.
Are you guys heading home?
Yes.
Not APB? 7:30 a.m. Could you say that on camera?
7:30 a.m. outside the Frost Bank tomorrow. We want them to release the footage to the public. That's when the supervisor will be back.
Again, guys, we're outside of Frost Bank in Austin, Texas. There's a protest for the bank to release its 360 footage. We are adjacent, right across the street from the Garrett Foster Memorial, and we are at the intersection 4th and Congress, where the tragedy happened Friday night. I think it was Saturday night. I keep saying Friday night. Sorry, guys. The trauma hasn't treated me too well, but I'm doing better now. That's it. Let's get right back to it.
Oh my God,
The footage from the bank cameras because they're not pressing charges against the murderers, right?
I used to hack.
I'm independent. Sounds good. So I was just talking to the guy with the saxophone, Moody, I think, and he was just asking me where he could find the footage that I just captured. Obviously, you know where to find it because you're watching it, but he didn't. So I'm gonna get right back to the Garrett Memorial. There's about 20 people on this side of the intersection, and then at the Frost Bank there's another like 20 people, so in total about 40 people out tonight. No one at Austin Police Headquarters, which is typically the case here in Austin, Texas. Remember, the memorial is located right across from where Garrett died on the street. It's been defaced twice in the last 2 days by someone on TikTok. I don't know the individual's name, but if you're interested, he tried to make a very bold and a very strong statement about the way he felt of the situation. So here's the memorial.
Why would somebody do? I don't. He said tomorrow's bring sewage. Yeah. Well then, if he's watching, I got a metal bar, my knife, and I'm fucking off tomorrow. What time y'all gonna be here tomorrow? I'll be here. Oh, I'm here all night. I'm guarding it all fucking night.
That's good.
Okay.
Look now.
I'll probably be here around like noon.
I'm not gonna go. This looks like color. I feel like I did okay.
I think
You did good. You did good.
Yeah.
Great.
We're good. It's beautiful.
I'm gonna cross this street. If anybody's at ATV. Hey Panda, love you girl. Thanks. Thanks Panda.
Who's Panda and why are you thanking her?
She sent pizza.
She what?
Because she sent pizza.
Who sent pizza?
Panda.
Who's Panda?
I love her so much. I love Panda. I love you, girl. Panda. Thanks, mi amor. She knows who we're talking about. Panda's the goat. Panda is the goat. Panda's the goat.
I'm so confused with everyone. Like, not so, I mean, I can hear like all this stuff. But I'm free on it, right? Yeah, I think it's kind of,
I do know who Panda is. Panda is a protester that regularly attends the events here in Austin. I just wanted to clarify that. I was more inclined to let them explain who that was, but just in case you guys are confused, they were really happy that she brought pizza to the people that are out here tonight. So that is the scoop on that. Let's get right back to the memorial.
No, exactly.
Hey, cookies over here.
Cookies?
Snickerdoodle and chocolate chip.
Oh, there's cookies. Thank you so much.
Oh, your girl likes this. I like it.
Thank you much.
Yep, I will.
Thank you. Thank you. No chocolate chips? Yes. Anybody wants a cookie?
What kind of cookies?
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle, really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was like, I love it. I thought you. Here you go. Yeah, I want some chocolate chip cookies. Snickerdoodle chocolate chip?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, Snickerdoodle's the goat.
Trying.
Snickerdoodle chocolate chip? Yep. Yeah, I hope I'm not here.
For real. And also, getting your how much? Any other
I don't go on them.
Yeah, same. I never use that. I have to think Facebook. I think on Sundays.
It's hard to restrict.
Not the Sundays.
Arizona.
No, I was thinking, sorry, my bad. I was thinking Brianna. But
Yeah, no, I know. It's so mad what happened. The police just went in her house and
exactly.
fucking shot her.
And especially she's an essential.
So it looks like it's a quiet night in Austin. It is a Tuesday night, but beyond that, I think that from what I've heard and what I've seen, a lot of people are taking some time off to, you know, deal with the emotions they might feel from the situation of Garrett Foster. There was a protest across the street adjacent to the memorial where there was a protest going on for the release of the footage of the shooting or death of Garrett Foster. Mostly people are here at the memorial lighting candles, and there's nothing going on as far as I'm aware at Austin Police Headquarters, but it really feels like many of the protesters that were coming out here consistently tonight are taking a break for mental health reasons. But I'll keep recording the memorial and seeing what's going on. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll occasionally be checking the comments.
Oh fuck yeah! And they're like, yeah, okay, right? So then tell me why the fuck yesterday, like dude, literally yesterday, why did not Oh my god! Yeah, I had something. And honestly, I'm kind of coming down to that Sunday school over, but like, I don't know, my first reaction was just like, stop, fucking put your hands up. So that way they don't see it.
That thing up there.
And then that's
Wow, they're so
I don't know, it's just the people though. It's like the people.
They still want to hear us.
I don't want to fucking hear us. Me as someone who is
I wish this place had
like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, yes! How are you?
Mama Polo.
Oh my god, Mama, like Avatar.
Yeah, the lemur monkey.
Oh, the monkey!
It's cute.
No, I was thinking Mama like Avatar, like with the
Oh, the blue people.
How was it?
My shoe. Well, not my shoe. My shoe. That is right. Not mine.
Wow! I didn't know it went that long. That's what she said. I've been shutting them down. I'm like, we're not going to be out here with this money. I'm like, some kind of rumor about you. He said,
Hi, Mama. Hi, baby.
Like literally, you're
Oh, they got arrested.
getting arrested though.
No, this is the, like, these ideas and
I didn't even see that there. The mannequin in the window.
Hey guys, so it's a pretty quiet night out at Austin, here in Austin, Texas. It seems like most of the people that are consistently protesting out here are now taking, typically are out here, are now taking a break for the good of their mental health. I went and drove by the Austin Police Department headquarters where a lot of the demonstrations take place nightly, but it seems like tonight that particular area is empty, and most protesters have come out to protest outside of Frost Bank on the intersection of 4th and Congress, where Garrett Foster was shot. And they're demanding that they release the footage of the 360 cameras, I don't know what those are, that they have placed on this intersection. That might give us a little more evidence and insight as to exactly what happened. But they're currently demanding the footage across the street. It seems like, you know, they were chanting earlier, but now it's quiet down. Most people are sitting down having their own conversations. And then there's a lot of people here meditating at the memorial and lighting candles and whatnot. So I'll keep the camera there, but to be very honest with you, I might cut the stream at some point, wait for things to kind of settle down and see where we're headed tonight. But if you know, most people go home early, then obviously I'll be going home early and taking advantage of the time to take a mental health break and continue to take care of myself to make sure that I'm well rested and ready to be out here. So let's get right back to it.
I don't really remember. All I know is that he was. I don't know if it's accepted. But yeah. You know how which I mean sounds like you. The actual. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. Do you want this one? No, it's okay. Yeah, there's a candle inside here. Why got I found? What are you saying? Speak louder, we can't hear you. Speak louder. What if it was you, you freak? You freak!
So guys, again, real quick, we're at the memorial. It's been a pretty quiet night in Austin, Texas. We're at the intersection of 4th and Congress. The memorial is located right across from where Garrett was shot. There's been a protest at the bank across the street adjacent to the intersection where this memorial is placed for the release of the footage of the 360 cameras outside of the bank. But besides that, most people are kind of sitting here meditating. So I'll keep the camera pointed at the memorial. You know, probably end the stream sometime soon and find out if there's something, you know, going on tonight, or if people are taking the time to rest and to practice some self-care. So
That bitch is not like.
one of my friends had messaged me and they were like, I saw what happened down.
Not like this and still riding the bike, you know. I mean, trying to break it and stuff. He gets stuck. He's like, push me. I know.
So for those of you just tuning in, I repeat myself a lot, but it's because it's a quiet night in Austin, so we're not seeing, you know, much happening. Which, I mean, there's a lot happening, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people meditating, there's a lot of people mourning, you know, doing an individual activity. But in terms of like planned, organized, large group event activities, we're not seeing much happen. There was a protest in front of Frost Bank on the intersection of 4th and Congress demanding the release of the footage. I'm going to ask some questions to people that are protesting, see if they can tell us how they feel about the situation.
Yeah. I don't like walking.
You feel like walking up there? I'll walk with you.
What waters are on the way?
Nice.
Okay. At least always like stealth mode.
Hey man, you mind talking on camera?
I'm not really into it right now.
Cool, sorry. No worries. Yeah, no, I understand.
Not just that, like at the studio, we host private events.
Between this intersection and the other one, probably down to like 30 now in total. About like 10 to 15 people here at the bank, and around like 20 people, so like 35 maybe, adjacent to where the memorial is. But again, a very quiet night tonight. Many people doing individual meditation and mourning, and then also a lot of folks out here just talking to each other. I think that, you know, the Garrett Foster incident has really put a pause on a lot of the demonstrations in Austin. Possibly, I mean, I'm not sure whether there or not that'll be the continuation, or this will be the trend that we'll be seeing in the next week. But you know, certainly most people are here, not at APD like they have been in the last 2 months. So yeah. So since there's really not much going on here, I'm gonna walk back to the memorial. Again, I'll probably soon end this feed since you know, most of tonight's activities are more related to individual meditation than they are to organized large group events. And I'll keep an eye, and I'm gonna probably stick around out here for a while, interact with some of the folks here, get a little bit more information, and if any demonstrations arise or anything actually arises, I'll jump back on stream. But let's watch some more for a bit, then make that decision.
One of them, if the stem looks like it's all the way down, you just use this knife to go around it. Just, it's not my knife, so please give me that.
Where they use that in town?
You don't want any part of that?
Maybe they don't know that powder, but they
Hey guys, so if you don't know, we are at the Garrett Foster Memorial, which is right across from where he was shot on 4th and Congress in Austin, Texas. It was in this particular area over here, right the street. You see that pillar that pillar right there was where I hid behind when the shooting happened. And the shooting happened kind of on this lane, on the lane that is headed southbound, which is to the right of the screen. But it's a quiet night in Austin tonight. There's not much movement going on aside from people meditating and taking their time to grieve at the memorial. But that's it, guys. Yeah, just gonna let the film roll.
So you're like, whenever people are like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, wherever you feel like
5 days, and we fucking like we ate like we won't. Like we won't. He's like, not this shit.
So, on the topic of COVID, someone asked that, and I think it's important to talk about. I got COVID on June 21st, June 22nd, so about a month ago, a little bit more than that actually now. And it was tough, you know, the shortness of breath and bye Panda. The shortness of breath and you know, the fever. I felt lightheaded. It wasn't fun, and I was lucky to have only mild illnesses, but I mean, really mild symptoms. I'm so sorry. Really mild symptoms, and they went away within 3-4 days. I quarantined for a total of 3 weeks after I had no symptoms to make sure I was completely clear. And I lost my sense of smell, and I don't know if I fully recovered it at this point. I don't know. I just completely lost it, and getting it back, I just can't remember, can't compare it. Like, oh, I significantly lost my sense of smell, and it hasn't come back, or if it's almost sort of like it used to be. No clue. Sorry, I'm all incoherent, guys. I'm kind of tired. I left the stream a little bit unattended because I had to go pick up some materials that somebody donated. They donated a bulletproof vest and a gas mask. Now, some other folks did donate a bulletproof vest to me shortly after the events that happened with Garrett Foster. But since I've been looking for something that's a little more, you know, suited for the type of work that I'm trying to do, this armor doesn't necessarily block or cover as much as I think that is necessary for me to be out here. So I'm still exploring those options and really trying to find what suits me best. I'll keep you guys updated on that. it's pricey. It's definitely a pricey endeavor. So I'm being, you know, incredibly diligent about which one I'm going to invest in, you know, or even if it's being donated, right, to spare myself the expense so that I can invest that money in travel. Hopefully I'll be traveling to the Democratic National Convention or other events like those further down the line in August. So that's you know, that's money I'd like to have so that I could cover more cities, and I can continue to, you know, pay for the things that thankfully make the stream possible. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and that's why I'm really diligent, because I care a lot about the money that you guys have donated, and I want to use it in an honorable and an honest way. So I'm doing my best to you know, make the most of what you guys have given me. I'm gonna get back to the memorial again. I probably will end the stream rather soon. I just gonna keep it running so that we continue to get footage of the memorial, but that's about all that's going on tonight in Austin. So yeah.
I know he's bougie. He's just like, I should have named him bougie instead of scout, right? Little bougie bitch. My little mother bougie. Yo, my cat does not like him. The little one. She was like, that's what Logan was saying, but he loves cats. Yeah, I know. Like, his best friends are like two black cats, Voodoo and Artemis. And Ruby got That's the only No, my dog. Oh. Yeah, my big dog. You have two cats? Yeah, we have two cats. Did you get along with the other one? Yeah, they didn't actually like get along. Yeah. Like, my other cat's pretty like aloof. She's like, well, if you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. Right? Yeah. He's very much like I'm gonna make you fuck with me. Yeah. But like, I think like when he snapped her, she just like yeah, I know, that's right. I'm surprised they didn't like snuggle together because he's very much like a lipstick close. Yeah, I mean he snuggles us every night for sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's something either here or behind your knees. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Like I was like, yeah, between his legs. Usually I would come home and I'm like, hey, with men, you'll always sleep like maybe on top of the covers between their legs so they can't move anywhere.
Hey everybody, I want to just propose a question. Do you guys, can I have permission to read a poem aloud?
Yeah, as long as it's respectful, yeah.
It's a
has any underlying conditions,
you know,
so if anything happens, like anybody have asthma, heart conditions, anything like that. I have asthma. Okay, you have asthma. I'm ready to hear your poem.
One second.
Okay. So she's a medic. She knows everybody.
Christ said, I come on earth like not to bring peace from the sword, you know. There are certain things. I've been resisting this recently. I can't. Is there some trick, some giant hoax so elaborate as to convince someone that they are a cyborg, controlled by a supercomputer? Why collaborate to put all these human beings on board? What is happening is an abomination. We have no choice as real human beings, but to disengage, cease participation. One once said we should all be as happy as kings. If you can't look this rat race in the face, you're a disgrace, not the foundation of this nation, and your behavior so unlike the Savior. You think you're saving the next generation, doing your own descendants a favor? This is an insult to yourselves and your ancestors. Dishonor God and creation. You disgust me like real child molesters. Your greed, your investors killing millions of civilians with a virus that may be just one of the testers. All of the good intentions and hollow gestures, cheap inventions, artificial ascensions. Did I get your attention? Oh, did I mention to you? We will win. See you in the next dimension. I can't tell, but it won't be hell, as Jerry said, fare thee well. I can't say for certain what end you shall find when they pull the curtain. It will bend your mind. All you thought you were working towards, are you blind? How was all this forward? Not only did they let you run on with false dreams in your head, they encouraged it with the media and now gain off the lies you were fed. You've been misled. Human beings are not things to farm. Enough can't be said to raise the alarm. I wish you no harm, but this house is on fire. Get the fuck up and get out. Your dream is led by desire. That's not what life's about. It's time to get up and shout with your every action. A message to eternity. You're gonna need traction. Can't you see how you've been strung along up until now and still going strong? Everything you've been taught is wrong, including the thought that you don't belong. What you're working for, is it your will? Is it worth the lives, the blood that spills? Will this society ever get its fill? Repent, be still, go back, stop, feel. This shit is real. We're all the same. It's past time to stop playing their game. Do not be tame. Show a little shame. We all go back the way we came. The police, the law is there for a reason. The structure for civilization to conduct itself harmoniously in the great orchestra that is life. A minimum standard. To go below this is to break the law. Why doesn't society exceed and go beyond the law as a whole? It seems the government has imposed the maximum standard as well. We have to have a referendum for every law and amendment that's been passed since the original Constitution. Free health care, free education with our taxes. Freedom, truth, peace, love, no more wars, no need for governments, no more prisons, no more foreigners, no new world orders. We got this. One human family, one earth. Wake up, everyone. It's time to take the wheel and fly. Set an example. Our system structures must be remade constantly. Other things about our society change with each new generation in radical ways that have never been thought of before. Why not governments? Why not? Our dreams must be free. Why should our children be imprisoned by the ways of our forefathers? Of course, the ancestors should be honored. A tree turns into stone. What they leave behind turns into something new. We say the same old saying they say, and it takes on a meaning of its own because of the situation in which we stay. This was supposed to be our world, at least, if not our children's. Let's make sure it's our grandchildren's children's, but it damn sure does not belong to a bunch of white guys. Rotación, Valencio, reparación.
Yes. I like that one.
There's only one more in this notebook.
Well, feed it to us. I like it. I like it. We're talented.
Matter of fact, you should write more for tomorrow. So we can have a poetry hour.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes,
I'm
please
gonna
keep
write
writing,
down.
man. Please keep writing. Your shit's good.
I'm not even that good. I'll just start out.
No, I suck at this. Like, that is amazing.
It doesn't belong to a whole bunch of white. Yeah, what are you doing? Are you cleaning it? He's changing. I don't know that. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
put
what
Wix.
you-
It's like Wix to suck the shit into the thing.
That's what you soak in order. That's what you soak
There we go.
I've never seen nobody do it.
I have. I just been like seeing people like buy that shit.
You guys want the last one?
Yes.
Encore! This may sound absurd, but listen to every word. Not a word was spoken to you of what has just truly occurred. Your voice was not heard. You never had a choice. Many don't even know what has happened or whose wrath has incurred on earth. Seems no one knows, but it goes to show what so many thought the life was worth. What you're taught has gradually been blurred. Time to learn to see clearly the light and fight like you've not fought before for all you don't even know you should hold dearly. It's a new kind of war, which is not what those in control would have preferred. It's a war they tried to end way before it started, and they did nearly many times in the past. A war on the free and the broken-hearted, all that could be, the weary, the dearly departed, a war in the minds, a war in the hearts. You understand? It starts in the minds and the hearts.
Woo!
Google Star presents a whole month of data.
Thank you.
Who's reading?
What happened?
Oh my gosh, you make that so pretty. Okay. Yes. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's like, can't do it now.
Let me do that.
Because it's windy.
I have way more.
This one? Okay, come on, my turn. Jesus. Whoa! Look at the. Oh, come on. Shit. It smells amazing. Be still. Shay, first off, don't yell in my ear like that. No. I'm gonna get up now. Can someone give me a towel or paper towel? Shay, can I get a new one? Anybody got a napkin? There's napkins right there. Scout! Scout!
Alright guys, with this I will conclude the stream. I will be keeping an eye out on events in Austin, Texas, and covering anything that comes up between now and like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'll be up. I haven't been able to sleep. My sleeping schedule is all over the place. But I'll be sure to come back on if there's any other organized events. We're down at the Garrett Foster Memorial on Congress and 4th Street, downtown Austin, Texas. The memorial's located right across the street, or right on the sidewalk, right across from where he was shot, and unfortunately passed in the hospital from his injuries. There was a march or a protest earlier today adjacent to this intersection where there's a bank called Frost Bank that has 360 cameras that people allege may have footage of the shooting. They also further allege that they claim that Frost Bank has not released the footage because it hasn't been subpoenaed. So there's currently a lot of attempts to try to get Frost Bank to release that footage, and so they have a planned march and protest or demonstration tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning when the supervisor of the bank gets to work. But that's the scoop, guys. A very mournful night in Austin, a very quiet night tonight. I think that, you know, since you know, Garrett was out here for as long as he was and as consistently as he was, most of the people that have attended the demonstrations at some point had some kind of interaction with Garrett. So very emotional moment out here. So that's the scoop, guys. Again, good night. Thank you for the support and the love, and couldn't do it without you guys. You know, I remember when I first started streaming, and Somebody donated a portable battery, Summer Allen, I remember her. You know, she was among the first, and then we had so many other people jump in and start making this possible. I will continue doing this. I hopefully will travel more often, and maybe collaborate with streamers like Andrew Mercado and stuff. We are, you know, talking about how we can do that in the future. Again, thanks. I really appreciate the support. It's helped me not feel alone in all the trauma. It's helped me process a lot of what I felt. Because it's definitely been difficult, you know, politics aside, just witnessing the death of somebody and knowing that somebody passed away, you know, is sad in and of itself. You know, there doesn't need to be any politics to make the loss of life tragic, because I don't know, I love everyone no matter what, and it makes me sad to see people be hurt, you know, when we don't have to be hurting each other. When no one deserves to, you know, lose their life. So, with that, guys, good night.